All right, we got our bellies full now from the first Dominican segment. Now we're continuing our celebration of Dominican culture with our next guest, who serves as an ambassador of arts and entertainment for this year's 40th National Dominican Day Parade.
Yeah, she is also a dancer, an actress who's best known for Amy Poehler's film Moxie and the new Saved by the Bell. Now this New Yorker has added podcast host to her resume. So please welcome Alycia Pascual-Pena. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Good morning.
Happy
Hola.
Friday. Hola. So you are obviously very proud of your Dominican heritage, right? So getting to participate in the parade this year as arts and entertainment ambassador, what an honor. And by the way, it's great to see that the parade's back in person and happening once again on the streets. So what do you get to do as an ambassador?
Yes, thank you for having me. And it is such an honor to be an ambassador. I personally, growing up, walked in this parade as a 4-year-old. I'm first generation on my dad's side. And then now to full circle, be an ambassador of the arts is such an honor and such a blessing because it's a huge part of our culture. And to uplift our bachata and salsa, merengue, and what we bring to art as actors and as performers and as artists is amazing. So I'm excited to be able to celebrate all that and to have been chosen by my own people in my city means a lot.
New York's very own. And you said you watched this parade started when you were 4 years old. What are some of your fondest memories of that?
Yeah, I definitely will get emotional this week, even though I will try not to. But at the age of 3 and 4 and 5, I walked this parade with dance troupes and my papi and my mommy, and my first language is Spanish. So my culture is really near and dear to my heart. And now I've had the opportunity to play roles that I'm really proud of that uplift and empower our community. So now to be able to do that at 23 with certain things under my belt means a lot because this has always been my dream. So to come back home and to share that with my community is what it's always been about for me. And I've also been a scholarship recipient from the Dominican Parade growing up when I was in college. So it all is really sentimental and personal for me.
It's like your stage gets bigger and bigger.
Totally.
Right?
I think you're going to have a beautiful weekend for this. It's going to be
Thank
amazing.
you, I hope. But
it's going to be amazing.
It's all very much due to my community.
Yeah, you know, and so we got a little taste of it earlier. We had some of the food that was delivered here on the set. Our Vanessa Freeman was out there getting a taste of what it's all going to look like this weekend. So what are you looking forward to the most? Because I remember when I lived in the city, the energy is palpable when the Dominican Day Parade is happening, right? All across the city, not just on the parade route. So you're looking forward to the dancing, the food, people, all the above?
Ooh, that is such a hard question. I'm definitely a foodie, so I'm going to consume my body weight in tres golpes.
Yes.
Especially because I don't really get it living in Los Angeles and working there now. But I will also be looking forward to dancing in the streets. I did it as a kid, and it is one of my favorite parts of the Dominican Parade. My mom loves to say I was dancing bachata and salsa before I could speak. So I will be doing that with my people, with my family. And I feel like the New York energy changes in the air a little bit when all of us Dominicans are together. So it's going to be a good time. Honestly, I can't pinpoint just one. I'm looking forward to it all. And also, I have to talk about tonight's gala, which is just going to be so special. I'm going to get to meet a bunch of different recipients of scholarships from the Dominican Parade. So it's really beautiful. It's just an entire weekend of celebration and empowerment. But specifically tonight, college and high school kids will get to be supported through their academic process because of the Dominican Parade. So.
Yeah, and what a role model you have become. And you have another reason to celebrate because yesterday you just launched your podcast, Dare We Say. Let's take a look.
So with that, you guys, I think we should kind of get into it. Let's get into it!
On our show, we're going to be talking about everything from TikTok to hookup culture, the greatest burrito in all of LA, to critical race theory,
systems of oppression, laws, policies, but then also like Dua Lipa's obsession with wearing her hair the same and never wanting to change it,
to body image, to capitalism, climate change, institutionalized racism, really light, fun stuff.
Well, these are
really
serious, important topics, though, right? So, talk to us about the why you decided to do this Dare We Say podcast and your co-hosts.
Yes, it just came out yesterday, so it feels a bit surreal to talk about it. But we are so thankful to now start this journey with Crooked Media and to have this platform. I share it with my 2 best friends who I lived with during the pandemic, and in short, we started it because we wanted a space where Gen Z could talk authentically about the things that we care about, like climate crisis and institutional racism, but also talk about the other parts that are
Yeah, of course.
who we are. You know what I mean? Like social media and like TikTok and the new ridiculous Twitter trend. You know what I mean? So I think as Gen Z, we're spoken a lot about, but not spoken with all the time. So we wanted to really take a seat at the table and to destigmatize conversations and really just have a space where people could feel
That's great.
feel joy, laugh, but also have levity on these really difficult conversations. You know, I think in our nation, we've seen this racial reckoning and a lot of things changing around us. So we wanted to talk about it, and we're doing that on our podcast, Dare We Say.
That's great, and it's so wonderful that you're taking on that huge responsibility. But congratulations on everything and your success and all that you do, Alycia.
Thank you. No, I'm so grateful to you guys to have talked about it.
And have fun this weekend.
Yes. It's going to be great.
Thank you. Come join us.
Yeah.
You can have an abuela feed you some plátanos or
Oh,
dance
my
with
goodness.
us. So.
Oh my goodness. All right, Alycia, her podcast, Dare We Say, is out now on all platforms as well.